Okay, people, thanks for joining in. And I made this video on New Year's and was going to put it out on New Year's Day, but my battery is running low on the camera, and this is the best of both worlds, Game Boy and retro put together. I was going to put this video out on New Year's Day, and just the other day, Mad Little Pixel made a video on just these handhelds. I was like, no way, that's exactly what I was thinking about. And well, great minds think alike, so he has the teardown on these, and I was going to do one, but I didn't order one yet, so I was saving the video for that. Check it out. Okay, so here we go again, everybody. We are going to compare retro handheld consoles compared to Game Boy back in the day. Now, of course, I do have a few more Game Boys, and, you know, the color is just as bad as the Advance. Let's just be honest here. They just don't. None of those Game Boy games from back then, you know, it's just not what it should be, right? So, these little handheld things are pretty neat. You can find these on like Amazon. So I have had these for a long time. I'm sure they're still there. This one may be harder to find. I have another one, and they're all like Amazon buys. They're all kind of like a thing. And so just want to go over everything. I'm going to try to make this fast, but which is better? You know, because these were really cool. Okay, but the problem with these is you'll get these and it'll say like 100 games in one, or all the Mega Mans. Now this is great if it works. I actually bought one of these from Amazon and it did not work at all. It didn't work right. The screen didn't light up. So the sticker was actually on this here. It comes in this really neat box that has like a magnet cover. The cover is actually magnetic. So as you can see, it comes with all of the Mega Man games here, basically like old school. And the box, it slides in there. It's got all the books, and it's kind of magnetic the way it seals. And then, of course, everything is going to come out. And it's a Pocket Pro player Pocket player over here. And it's written in different languages. I'm not too sure what that language is. Is it Chinese? There's like 500 languages on here. It's great. Anyways, as far as it goes, you can see that, you know, this is actually pretty damn cool for what it is. And I'm surprised, you know, I had bought these. I think they were going for 40 to 60 bucks in that range, but I can't be 100% sure. It's been a few years. So these things are actually really cool. It's like a case. It's almost made for like a kid. It takes 4 batteries on the back, and you have to have a screwdriver to get these off, okay? As you can see, a screwdriver, and then the tab, and it kind of slides in funny. Actually, you see the hooks that are on here? They kind of slide in, and you have to try to get it to go in there, which can be a task, right? So we're going to try out and see what makes these. Now this here would be great as long as it works, but you only got Mega Man games on here. And with these games here, they're cartridge only, they're out of date. Getting the games are impossible. It's almost better to buy a retro handheld. And this Atari one, I know they also make a Contra one that's all the Contra games and all that kind of stuff. These are actually really cool. I don't think I've actually opened this one because I was just keeping it. If I did open it, then I opened it just to test it to make sure that it worked, which is probably my fault because I don't think I opened this one at all. Oh, wait, yeah, I did. Okay. So, anyways, it's like a 50th anniversary. And as you can see, there's a ton of games just listed on here. Yar's Revenge would be great, but it says like 100 games, and that's like all the Atari collection in your hand. I think it did work, so that's good, but you're going to get a few of these that actually don't work. Does it turn on? And it does this on the screen, My Arcade. And so as you can see, and you can adjust the sound. It has a sound adjustment. Up here with the reset, it also has a light thing to make it brighter. And it looks pretty good. So you got to watch out. Whenever you get these, you'll get ones that have a screen that look like crap. And you need to send that back right away. Because there was actually a problem with these to where the screen didn't work very good. And it looks actually pretty good, everybody. As you can see, it's working. And, you know, the directions work. I guess you gotta hit start. But as far as it goes, it's not bad. It's not bad for a little handheld thing. I mean, if you're going on a trip or your business is sending you somewhere, spend the $40. You'll have something to sit in your room. And everything works pretty good as far as this. And everything does seem to work. I put batteries in these before the show because I know how it can turn into. So those are actually pretty cool. Like I said, you get those on Amazon. They have a whole bunch of different ones like Street Fighter and everything, where they have like the full collection. If there's a Mortal Kombat one, I want that one. You know, I should go check online to see if there's a Mortal Kombat one. I know a lot of certain ones were like sold out back when when these first came out. I think My Little Pixel guy did a video on some of those, and he said that they were just crap because the screen was crap. No, you can send it in until you get one that works good. Now this one here is actually really cool, but I think you have to charge it. Okay, so as you can see, it has a high-level screen. It's got the gamepad, all this and that. It's got a built-in TF card. And you can also hook it up to your TV. Believe that, people. They're just kind of showing you which versions. They have a couple different versions. Black, green, and white. This also comes with a controller on the inside. Like I said, this was really cool. It says game console. You know that these are like a Chinese knockoff. That's why they're cheap. If Nintendo had made something like this, it wouldn't be cheap, you know. So, anyways, these actually work for what it is. There's nothing in there. The problem with this thing, though, is you have to charge it. It doesn't take batteries. It has control buttons on the back. It has plug-in spots here for stuff. I left a sticker on there. There's nothing on the bottom. The side, there's where the card goes in. And then, as you can see, now this thing has to be charged, and I had a problem with once you turn it on, it won't turn off, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. So it's almost like draining the battery to get it to go off, you know. And so that's one thing about this I had a problem with. Some may work right, or maybe I just didn't know what I was doing. But I'm not really seeing an on button here. It says TV, DC, power. So it looks like the buttons over here are... I'm kind of scared to even try to turn it on. It may not turn on. See, that's the problem. Oh, shit. Oh, man. See, the problem I had is it would never turn off. The cool thing about this, though, is here is the controller that you can plug into it. It also comes with this wireless key thingy here that's like a USB that plugs into maybe the TV or something, I guess. I have no idea. It's amazing the stuff that this thing does. So as you can see in here, it's got the controller that it's for every type of game system, basically. It's got everything. Menu, select, start. It's almost like a Sega controller with Super Nintendo. It's got like everything you can think of. It doesn't have the buttons up here, though, which is probably something they forgot about. And there was even some more. I think there's a charge cable that I have over there on the wall because I was going to charge it. And as you can see, it can go on the internet. It can do all kinds of stuff. Even have music in there. There's pictures. I don't know what's in the pictures. You know, I mean, this thing is crazy, the stuff they were thinking of. Like, you know, China. I'm just wondering what music is on here almost, you know. I mean, I don't want to be that person and play some sort of music, get in trouble. So as you can see, as you scroll down, this has everything. And, of course, the light is getting in the way. Oh, my God, it's horrible. the light above me. Oh my God, everybody. So we're going to film it like this. That's great. So this is why you can't use a stand. You'd have to set up a room that's specifically made for making videos. It has all these game systems on here, and I'm telling you, there is a ton on here, and it just keeps going, so I think it renewed itself. But I also found it does have Donkey Kong, Mortal Kombat. I have played some of these, but I went down the list, and it also has Splatterhouse on here. And it looks like a modified version of Splatterhouse. I'm sure that these are all complete knockoff games, complete rips and ROMs. It's just a dump fill of ROM games. It is really cool. I do love the system. It's really good for like the guy that goes on a trip for like his business. I have no way of shutting this thing off. Oh, I got lucky. Oh. Maybe it stays off. I just remember it being fully charged and me playing it and it would like not shut off. Okay, so as we know, these handhelds, what makes this great, this X6 or whatever, I know they have other versions and I do have some other, I just didn't have enough time to go grab everything. This is extremely important because this has all the games with a library. If you're stuck in a hotel room or you got kids, they could play this forever. You just have to recharge it. And as long as it don't break, there you go. As far as these take batteries. This takes 2 AA batteries. I've already stuck a game in it. And you're stuck to just cartridges. That looks like, you know, you could always link these Game Boy Advance. You could link it to your GameCube. You could link it to other Game Boys. That's what that connector on the top there is. And it takes 2 AA batteries, which is strange. And I'm going to turn it on and see. It does work, but once again, the screen is really dark. It's not lit up. It looks like crap. Like I can't even begin to show you this video. I have to kind of watch it from like a thing, but I'm just saying, like these old retro handhelds, who wants these? Like, why would anybody even want these? Like, what was Nintendo thinking? Charge like $100-something and you got a screen that just doesn't even light up? Like, I don't even think you can see that in the dark, people. Look at that. In the dark, can't see crap. It's an LCD screen back before they realized how to backlight anything. I mean, talk about, you know, I put Ultra Beast in there. I have a ton of games. I just don't want to bring them all out. We got too much crap here. As you can see, this is horrible. Game Boy Advanced, horrible. I think this SP was a version now. I don't think it's charged, so I can't really test it. You know, even though I really want to. It has to be charged, and I think the battery was getting weak to where it only lasts 15-20 minutes. But I don't know. I never really played it. I just bought it as a collector thing. I tried it out a few times, but it just wasn't something that, you know, I was just saving it. So when I did charge a battery and try it out, I noticed that the battery didn't stay charged very long. So with all this being said, this screen doesn't light up. It's horrible. Why does anybody want to collect these Pokemon ones? I mean, seriously. It's not replayable. It's just a collector thing, really. And this might have a light up screen. I'm not too sure. But I can tell you right now, it's not worth a crap. You have to charge that thing. And then, as we were kids, this is what happens, people. So back in the 80s, you would get these. This is a Game Boy, you know. I don't know what all this plugs into. You know, just imagine, there's the volume on the side. Wow. It's even dirty that I haven't even cleaned it. So this takes 4 AA batteries, and the worst part is this damn thing did not light up. It was literally green. It was horrible. The horriblest thing in the world. So let's see if it still works. I bet there's going to be a ton of lines or it don't even work. It still lights up. It says battery light is red. And as you can see, the screen's not even working, guys. Now, a few years ago, I actually put batteries in this and tested it. So the game is working. I got Tetris in there. I can't see a damn thing. I can see something at the top here. whenever the camera's not looking at it. So the game is working. It's got a red battery light. I don't know if that means just power. It doesn't change colors. I don't think it goes from green to red. I think it's just a light saying that it's on. So it needs completely cleaned, and I'm sure there's corrosion in there. It still works because the sound works, but it's just, look at my original Game Boy that I played. I mean, what junk is this? People will buy these Game Boys online. I'm going to tell you right now, don't be buying them. They're done. They're useless. Unless if it's like complete sealed in box, they're done. You're going to have to take it apart, clean it, or have someone restore it. Retro Rick has a guy at his building where they try to restore stuff. They clean it up and try to restore it. There's people all around that can try to restore it. You try doing it yourself, you got a 50-50 chance. You either made it worse or made it better. Either way, there's probably corrosion in there. I just put batteries brand new in there. It still works, but it just doesn't work on the screen. So that tells me there's loose connections, corrosion on the inside. So, sound works. Like I said, this is my original one. Back in the 80s, your Nintendo Power magazine came with these stickers that you could put on stuff. Well, I did that on almost everything they gave me, like an idiot. Never do that again. Now, here is a case, an actual case, original from the 1980s. So the game box, I don't know if I even have the game box anymore, to be honest. But this case was pretty cheap, if you ask me, because like the other case that I showed you, it's actually cardboard with this weird vinyl or something, so it's junk. So I used to stick stickers in here. This is from a t-shirt. This is probably from a book or coloring book. The Game Boy itself came with a power adapter. There's some old cleaning swabs. They're completely useless now. This is what we used to use to light up our Game Boy. So I was over at a friend's house using this, and look at the yellowing and the dirt. Like, I didn't get it dirty. It just seems to do this. You know, I don't even know how that gets on there. So I had several different lights, like all the adapters you could plug into this thing. What junk, you know? You can't even come out with something that lights up. I mean, what the hell? And they were charging money on that. I don't know if it's 50 to $100. This would take 4 more AA batteries. Oh my God. And this light would barely even work. You're trying to play in the dark. Here's a Game Boy adapter for 4-player. Junk. Just go down the list, right? Adapters that I never used. Some of the or the little things I would stick in here so I wouldn't lose them, or, you know, look. This was Mario Land. Super Mario Land is just black. I mean, how cheap ass can you be, right? So there's all kinds of stuff when it comes to this. I'm going to say, for this day and age, people, you're going to be playing video games and stuff on your phone, and nobody is going to be doing anything other than playing on their phones. You search the internet on your phones, you do everything on your phones. I wouldn't advise buying games on your phone, because it's just giving money to, you know, no cause, no reason. Any of these that you see go online for hundreds to thousands of dollars, don't even bother to buy it. I'm going to be honest, it's literally just a collector's thing now. It's junk. From the 80s. I know there's going to be people out there that doubt me on this, but trust me, even if you got a working one, you'll never play it. What the hell do you want it for? So, my collection of stuff, I may end up finding all the boxes, putting them all away, and then one day just selling them because they're not worth anything to me. I don't know why I'd buy such things. You know, let's be honest, the screens don't light up. This here was actually really cool. It lights up. You got everything that works. It's got good sound. It's from China. You're spending, what, 40, 50 bucks, maybe up to 80. Not too bad. Prices are probably higher now. When I first seen these come out, they were so cool. Anyways, these right here, this has 1,000,000 games in one. You could sit there, have it charged, and it brings back your nostalgia. But it could give you eye strain looking at this stuff, you know. And for the kids, you know, this is like, I remember being like $40, maybe 30 something. But these were really cool. It says they're officially licensed. I don't believe it. But some of these, if you're buying these for someone as a present or a Christmas or anything, open it up and test it right away, because send it back if it don't work. I got one that didn't work. I sent it back. Very common. Very, very common. And I found one that had the screen worked and great, so there you go. Game Boy, you have to have the games, you have to have ones that'll last. As you can see, a few years back, maybe 2016, I guess, I tested it, and it had lines in the screen. So we had lines in the screen, but you could still play the game with the lines. Now, the screen don't even work right. So I know it's all about connection, corrosion, and everything. It's just junk. Junk, junk, junk. You know, people be like, man, that's worth a lot. No, it's not really worth anything. Not even in a box, it's not worth anything. It's so outdated, it just corrupts itself. Because remember, I played these things, even if it still was well kept, it still's gonna be like junk. As soon as you go to add power to it, something's gonna fry. Or you're talking about old transistor stuff. Junk. To be honest, these are great for a little hip-hop quick run. A kid in the back seat or any kind of gaming for like a quick run. I know you can get this on your phone. It is what it is. But everybody, enjoy your day. I'll see you on the next run.